Not that it comes as any surprise. We've known for a long time that the so-called Biden White House is being run by surrogates of former President Barack Obama. Obama has reared his ugly head yet again publicly and claimed that there's problems and fault on all sides with regard to the Hamas-Israeli war. Unbelievable. This is a guy who canceled the National Day of Prayer to celebrate Ramadan when he was in the White House. This is someone who lied, and there's nothing wrong with being a Muslim, but he lied about the fact that he's a Muslim. He's not a Christian, not at all. He's a total phony. He's also a phony with regard to his sexuality. We now know that he's homosexual. That's not a stretch, and I'm not in any way disparaging him. He wrote it himself in letters to his so-called girlfriend. And also, 3 men have come forward over the years that said they had sex with him in bathhouses. What does all this mean? It means that he's dishonest. Having stoked a race war, and he's smart. You see, Biden is stupid, but Obama is very smart. He knows how to do it. Stoking a race war, which gets worse every single day. He stoked anti-Semitism, particularly in the Black community. The Black community already had a strain of anti-Semitism stemming back even before Jesse Jackson, who called Jews in New York City Hymietown. He is an evil, evil, evil person. And frankly, he should keep his mouth shut. Because right now, to say that everybody's at fault, that relativism is the kind of thing, the clever little way of couching things, which is in itself is anti-Semitic. This guy is anti-Semitic through and through. He's anti-Christian through and through. And frankly, he's the reason, along with Biden, the 1-2 punch, that we have the problems that we have today. And if you look who in fact is in the White House and is running national security, Jake Sullivan, the guy who looks like he got his head caught in a birth canal, a triangle. As I said last week, the pumpkin that I carved out looks more human than him. In fact, he's worthless. He's the one who said, oh, everything's great in the Middle East. He doesn't know what he's talking about. These are all Yale people. And then you've got Anthony Blinken, the disgrace of a Secretary of State who's afraid of his shadow, who frankly, nobody gives any weight to, whether it's Israel or the Arabs. So this is where we are, as I say. You got Obama out there who now is creating problems yet again, visibly. He's been behind the scenes doing it through his surrogates, Valerie Jarrett and others in the White House. And he is equally responsible for the state of affairs in this country today. We will not forget about Obama. We will be going against him too. I already did. You know how many times I sued Obama during the Obama administration for many different things. People criticize me over the Ebola thing. He used to let people in from Africa with Ebola because they were Black. If it was a white person, they wouldn't be coming in with Ebola, which is highly toxic and highly dangerous to the American people. This guy is a racist through and through, and he should keep his mouth shut. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. Join our cause. Make sure that you do something. Today, the country is slipping into a disaster. We're already in World War III. We've got Obama out there. I have written to the Speaker of the House to go arrest Obama because he's been convicted of bribery from Communist China, Ukraine, and Russia, as well as negligent homicide in Afghanistan. We need to clean house peacefully and legally. We need to get these cockroaches out of running our government. And the same goes for many in the Republican side as well. We, the American people, must rise up. You see my hat, the Third Continental Congress in Philadelphia. We're moving to declare independence and to form a new government and not a new nation. We cannot survive with these people in power. As far as the Republicans are concerned, they just play games, and the Democrats are pure evil. It's a fundraising operation for the Republicans, also for the Democrats, but the Democrats are indeed pure evil. Rashida Tlaib should be their spokesperson because that's where they are right now. And then you got people like Dick Durbin. He's white, okay? What a disgrace he is. Senator from Illinois, favoring Hamas over Israel as well. That doesn't mean the Palestinian people don't deserve rights, but they don't deserve rights in terms of a second state in Israel. Now, if you understand something about the two-state solution, you would understand that Gaza was in effect the Palestinian state, and this is what happened. As a national security matter, the Palestinians should have Jordan as their state. They're 80% of the population in Jordan. At least the Jordan River would separate them from Israel, but certainly not on the West Bank, and certainly not in Gaza. This is where we are. Please go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our cause, contribute with tax-deductible contributions. You know, I'm going to put Obama in our legal crosshairs now as well, because this guy, if he wants to continue to raise his evil head, will have to have it legally and peacefully neutralized. God bless you. God bless the American people, and stay safe. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast.
If there's any chance of us being able to act constructively to do something, it will require an admission of complexity and maintaining what on the surface may seem contradictory ideas. That what Hamas did was horrific and there's no justification for it. And what is also true is that the occupation and what's happening to Palestinians is unbearable. And what is also true is that there is a history of the Jewish people that may be dismissed unless your grandparents or your great-grandparents or your uncle or your aunt tell you stories about the madness of anti-Semitism. And what is true is that there are people right now who are dying who have nothing to do with what Hamas did. You have to take in the whole truth. And you then have to admit nobody's hands are clean.
I'm very disappointed that my daughter, like so many, has no understanding of God's honor, God's truths. This is about destroying the history of God's land, the Holy Land, the land of the Jews. This is justice for God's children of the Holy Land. Israel, the Israeli army, must protect thy soil, thy people. This is war. It's not going to be what the left thinks. It can't be civil now. Israel was attacked by inhuman terror on innocent babies, mothers, fathers, grandparents. And you fools calling Israel the problem, you should look at yourselves and ask, who am I? What am I? And ask God, am I learning the truths? Or am I being lied to and following everyone else? Because, my friends, the ones who understand truth see the lie. They see Israel has been attacked, and these animals want to wipe out Jews, Christians. They see that the Palestinians have not been neglected of finance. They've been given huge infusions of money that they didn't share with the people. They made weapons instead for their rage. The people of Israel care for people. They love, they cherish, something these animals don't understand.